channel. I am Debbie, the Crafty Diamond. If you are new, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. You know how I really love and appreciate you guys. I am working on my cross stitch conversion project and just moving along on this one pretty well. If you're not familiar with what a cross stitch conversion is, I will put a playlist in the eye, which is at the top right, and also we'll put it underneath the description for you guys. But I am converting a cross stitch pattern into a diamond painting. So you do have grid lines on here. You have areas that you have to count. Some you can just look at. I am moving some of these over. They've gotten shifted a little bit, so that's what you're hearing. I hope you can see. There may be a small section today that I'm going to be working on that you can't see, but I have to have it the way that it is. I keep moving it around and now I can't see it. So, but I think it'll be okay. But anyway, if you are not familiar with what I'm doing here, I have purchased a cross stitch pattern, and this one is rather large. They do have other sizes, but I had to get the large one. And I am working on this using my Kindle Fire tablet. They now have an app that you can use for Macs. And since I already started using this one, I decided I'm just going to go ahead and continue. There's not any point in me trying to change. I don't want to change at this time because that might really be confusing. So I decided that's probably not the best thing to do. Let's see. I am trying to figure out where I am. That doesn't go there. Okay. So if you're just starting on and you decide you want to start on something like this, then they definitely have now it's called markup for Mac and for your iPad, for your phone even. I don't know if I would do this on a phone because I would not be able to see it well enough. I like it blown up even more than what I have it, but where I'm working on at the bottom is fine. But on my next one, my next cross stitch conversion, I may go ahead and I might try to use markup, although you do have to pay for markup, and I had to pay one time for this one as well. But if I could use my iPad, and if it's very similar to Pattern Keeper, I might continue to do that on another one, because my iPad is a lot larger than this little tablet and I can blow it up even more. But if not, that's okay too. But I've gotten so used to Pattern Keeper that I don't know if I'd want to change, and I definitely don't want to change right now. Not where I've gotten this far. That would not be good. And you don't have to use a tablet. You can use paper and then just mark it. And I could do that. I would prefer not to. Back in the day when I did cross stitch with my grandmother, we didn't have an app. We used the pattern. So I would go make a copy of the pattern and then I would just, mark it. My grandmother was so good that she didn't even have to mark her pattern. She knew exactly where she was. Me, not so much. But I knew that when I saw this, I thought, there's no way I wouldn't want to do this because of the fact that I would have to just constantly mark on the pattern. It's one of the reasons why I quit cross-stitching. So when I found out, hey, they got patterns that does this now, or apps. So then I got excited and wanted to work on this. And it has been a lot of fun. I have enjoyed it. 966. I have two 966. This is a green. I don't know what I have both labeled. That must be 995 there. I need to change that. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, I have gotten quite a bit done this past week, or this week, and I was going to work on this some more before I decided to go ahead and record this WIP and Tat, but I have a lot going on today and I wanted to go ahead and get this done, so I may have quite a bit more when you see it next time, or I should anyway, because next week I will have extra time to play and do whatever I want to because I am on vacation. I do have some things I have to do for a part-time school that I work for, but it should not be that bad. But I am off for my full-time job, so I'm very happy about that. And the plan is to get as much diamond painting in as I possibly can get in. We're not having the family here for Thanksgiving. It's just going to be the three of us. I'm not doing anything major for Thanksgiving. But we will have a nice Thanksgiving dinner, and Paige and I will watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We always do that every year. Although last year she told me she was just getting too old. She was getting too old for it, and it was just boring her a little bit. And so I told her, I said, I don't know how you're getting too old for it, because I am obviously much older than you are, and I watch it every year. So I may be watching it by myself. My husband doesn't care anything about it either. So it may just be me, and that's okay too. I can diamond paint and I can easily watch the Macy's Day Parade. I can do both. I haven't done this section that I'm working on in a while. I don't know why I kept skipping it, but it's been open. I'm a little concerned about that because I've noticed that I had it covered, but even having this covered up with release paper, it seems that this canvas wants to dry out. And so that has kind of bothered me a little bit. And I don't know why I put this off for so long doing this one. Not any reason. I just was doing the ones at the top, and now I've come back down to the bottom. So it's time that I go through here and get this one done. So I'm only doing a few squares. I will go for about an hour today. And then I will stop. I will probably continue working on this. I know I will today. That's the plan, is in between work. I want to work on this one some more. Paige has to work today, so I will take her to work, and then when I come home, I will be able to work on this some more. This weekend is going to be kind of busy. I'm meeting my best friend for lunch on Saturday, which I'm really looking forward to. And then from there, I've got to go to the store, which I should have already done because now I'm going to be in with a bunch of other people trying to get Thanksgiving. And we are ordering a ham, so or we already have ordered, so I'm not going to have to cook anything major. And Paige does want my typical Thanksgiving sides that I always do. I wasn't going to, and she's like, well, we have to have our Thanksgiving sides. I'm like, yeah, but it's just the three of us, so I'll just make a little bit. I can always freeze it, and then we can have it later. And then Madison is coming for Christmas, so that's going to be our big dinner for Christmas. I'm 3042. I have started on organizing for this project, and I didn't realize how bad that I had left all of this for organizing until I started doing it. And I have got ever moments that I have got to organize and put into my storage. And so you will see that that is going to be a large undertaking. And there will be several videos on that one. I do have the one. I'm not sure when I'm going to put it out there. I'm thinking that I might do it on Monday, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's kind of like, okay, why not? Go ahead and do it on Monday, because I don't really have, I've got a couple of other videos that I want to do, that I need to get started for my December large project. And I need to get that one cranking pretty quickly, actually. It seems like the holidays have just snuck up on me. It's like I am so not ready. I think that we will get our Christmas things out of our attic possibly this weekend or early part of next week. My husband's also going to be on vacation next week, so I think he's going to get up in the attic, get everything down for me, so I can at least start decorating. I won't be able to do our tree yet because we haven't bought it. We get a live tree, so at least I will be able to start getting some of my things out, so that will be nice. I'm actually ready. Sometimes I'm not. It's like I'm just not ready to start decorating, but this year I kind of am. I'm trying to figure out. This is a downside of doing this way, and I won't do this again. I'm not going to stop on a section and then go over to another one because it's easier to see or whatever. Because then I go back to this, and it's like, okay, where was I? I forgot what I was doing. This one really shouldn't take that long, and if it takes less than an hour, then I will go ahead and open up another section. I actually, when I was working on these sections this week, I was able to work on, I forgot where this goes there. Okay, trying to figure out where I am here. I was able to work on 9 sections at once, which I hadn't been doing, and that took me about as long as it has been for 6. So I guess I am getting a little bit faster. That's good. Maybe it was a section though that had more color blocking. You know, I don't know, but I was all for it. Definitely all for it. 3047. I do have quite a few comments to go over today, which that's exciting. I'm just trying to get to a good place to figure out where I am, where I stopped actually on this. I think that's gonna be here. And Molly, I don't know what her problem is. She is barking or she's crying. She's been in and out. She is like a kid. She just goes in and out all the time, especially when I am downstairs. She just likes to go in and out. I'm like, you know, you got to stop this. And that's why I messed up. Okay, I knew something wasn't right. This is why when I get started doing this, I like to just continue and not stop like this. Let me take those out because those don't go there. I thought, what have I done? I've really messed up, but no, I did not mess up. Well, I did mess up, but I'm in the wrong place here. Now, okay. Like, what in the world? That goes Now I got it. Okay. Good night. Okay. I knew something did not make any sense. That's all good there. That goes there. Okay. I think I've got it now, maybe. There we go. Okay. So what have I done? If you are interested in cross-stitch conversion and you'd like to watch others as well, I am participating in an event for November, and Kitting Up Kitten is the host. She has some lives that she's doing. She also has some WIP and chats that she's done. And then Kelb Sparkles, she's been doing some videos as well as, sorry, I'm still counting here, as well as others. So I will put all of their information below. So check them out. And Crafty-ish, Kristyn, she is really good too. And I watch her channel, and so check them out, and you might find some content creators that you have not watched before if you are not on their channels. But it's been a lot of fun to do this with others, even though I think almost everyone has gotten more than me completed. And, you know, I'm fine with that. I don't care. I'm not in a competition. I'm not trying to compare myself to others. I'm doing this plus other events. So I don't spend as much time as I would like to spend, but it has been a lot of fun. And I'm hoping that she will do this again next year in May. If she does, I'll probably still be working on this one, but maybe I will be a little bit further than where I am now. It would be really cool if I could get this one finished and start on something new, or if I could work on this one in May and then get it finished in that event. That would be even more fun. But we'll have to see. I don't know. I would love to get this finished by the end of 2024. That's the goal anyway. That's one of the goals I am going to make for next year, is that I want this one done. And I guess I need to look at this and see realistically how I can make that happen. Because if I have a goal, I'd like to have ways to obtain it than just to say, okay, this is just a goal. I might get it done, I might not. But if I have a way that I can track it, then that would be even better. So that's kind of the plan. I just haven't gotten there yet. All right, so let's look at some, I've got to log back in again, so give me just a second. I'm going to go over into my YouTube. And let me go into the last one that I did was my cross stitch conversion. That was the 11th? Yes. I'd like to go through these comments on this particular WIP and chat. It makes it so much easier because that way I know what I'm talking about. Let's see. This is taking forever. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so the first one is from Jamie O'Neill, and Jamie says, okay, the first one is from Jamie O'Neill, and Jamie says, your story about White Christmas Kit reminded me of a Christmas kit I wanted. Bringing Home the Tree by Diamond Art Club came out November 2021, and she saw a sneak peek, knew she wanted it hanging in her dining room for Christmas. And she said it's rather large, has a few houses and church with a horse and carriage carrying a tree, and it's a beautiful winter scene. And then she said the day that it released, they were traveling, and she watched the time and waiting in a Starbucks, and she placed her order for it as soon as it was available, and she worked on it for Christmas in July last year and finished in November. Her husband helped her put a stretched canvas frame, and then she had it up for Christmas last year, and she loved it, and she also blinged it up. She changed the windows and lights to crystals and added white ABs for the falling snow. And then she says she enjoyed my chat today, and she is working on a cross stitch, and she said, see you later. And thanks so much. And Jamie, I was so excited, guys, when I got White Christmas. I went ahead and I thought, I'm not going to open it. And I left it sitting in my office for a few hours. I want to say a few days, but no, it was not a few days. It was a few hours that I left it sitting. And I knew, like, okay, I've got to get this open. I cannot stand it anymore. I cannot stand the anticipation. I'm going to open this. And so I did. And I do have it an unboxing on my channel, so you can look at that if you would like. And I decided that I was going to go ahead and kit it up. I was going to wait until Christmas in July. And I thought that would be a good time. I can work on it then. And then I kept looking at it, and I thought, do I really want to wait until July? That seems like a long time away. But I may go ahead and kit it up and just work on it a little bit in December, and then put it up after December, and then get it back out and finish it up for Christmas in July. So that's kind of the plan. I had another one that I planned on working on in December, and I've had it kitted up for a while. So I thought maybe I should do that one instead, but I'm really torn because I really want to work on White Christmas. But right now, as of Friday, I don't know what the date is, but as of Friday, today, and you'll see this on Saturday, I have not kitted it up yet, but I have come so close to wanting to do it. I'm really torn because I really would like to start on it, but I want to do the other one too, because the one that I have is from Craftably. I have had it kitted up since last year, last Christmas actually, and I wanted to do it then, and I just didn't get around to it. So I would like to go ahead and do that one first, but White Christmas is so pretty. And I thought about, I could even do it in January. I mean, even though it's Christmassy, it would be okay to do it then, because I looked at it and I thought, you know, it is Christmassy, it has a Christmas tree and all that, but it's also, and it's called, of course, White Christmas, but it is also a good theme for winter. And you can still have a Christmas tree up in December, in January. So I thought, you know what, that might be something to think about. So I don't know, but I know that if I do kit it up, then what's going to happen is that I'm going to start on it. And I was really hoping to get some of my WIPs, not necessarily knocked out. I'm not going to get them completed by the end of the year, but it would be kind of nice to have some of the ones that are close to finishing, even closer or finished. So I don't know, but it is very, very pretty. I may just hang tight on it, wait until July and do it. But at least I know that I have it. That was the most important thing. And I did want to open it because I thought, sure as a world, I've never had any problems, never had any issue with Dreamer Designs. But I thought, you know what? Mistakes happen. And I did not want to wait until they were completely sold out, my luck, and then realize I've got the wrong kit, you know, or something's wrong. And I did not want to do that. So I thought I better go ahead because I know what'll happen if I'm not careful. So I did open it. Everything is there that it's supposed to be. So that's definitely what I was aiming for. That I really wanted to make sure that all the drills were there. It was the right kit. It looks good. So it is out. It's out of the box because it was a little wrinkly. It is not wrinkled now. It just took a little bit of just laying around. So it's ready to go whenever I'm ready to kit it up. So what do you guys think? You think I should go ahead and kit it up, or do you think I should just wait and work on the one that I planned on working on? But it's a struggle trying to decide what to do next. And for me, I am perfectly happy to have several WIPs going. It really doesn't bother me at all, but I do want to have some finishes. I start to get to where I feel like I'm dragged down if I have too many going and I don't have any completions or any that are even close to completing. Then I do start to kind of wander off a little bit and feel like I really need to get something done. But I think that I will be just fine. I need to see what I'm doing here. But I'm so glad that you enjoyed your kit, your canvas, Jamie, and that you are able to use it at Christmas. That is awesome. And I know I'm not going to get mine finished this year. I mean, there's no way. So I'm not even thinking about having it completed. That's not going to happen. So, and even if I did have it completed by some odd chance, I would not be able to have time to have it hung up. So I'm not going to be able to enjoy it this year, but I am definitely going to enjoy it next year. There is no doubt that I will be able to enjoy it next year. Okay. Mark these off. Let's see the next one, and it's sign me out again. Let's see. Okay. The next one is from Crafty-ish Kristyn, and says, busy week with 2 no school days here, so I haven't gotten much done on my conversion. Hoping to have a better week next week. And I was that way last week too. I was so busy, I didn't get hardly anything done. And I still had gotten more done last week than I did the week before. And so this week I have gotten more done in the past 2 weeks. So that's definitely a plus. So we can just do what we can do, right? And it's not a race. It's just nice that we get to sit down and take some time with these canvases, because sometimes, I know with me, I can't say that for everybody, but sometimes for me, on this particular canvas, I don't want to say I put it off, but I work on other canvases instead of this one, just because it's like, okay, I worked all day, I'm tired, I don't want to think, don't want to have to think too much, and I just feel like that I want to just tune out, and then you can't do that with this one, or at least I can't, not like I can with my other ones. So there are some days when all I want to do is just sit down, diamond paint for an hour or two before dinner, or, you know, right after dinner even, and I just don't feel like having to think. I just have thought too much all day. It's like, okay, now I don't want to do anything. So I don't pick this up, whereas I do on the other ones. So it makes a big difference. And this one's so large that it's, you know, it's going to take some time to get this finished. But we'll all get it done. We'll get it done, Kristyn. Let's see the next one. I'm going to have a lot of colors, I'm hoping, soon that I can just fill in. I have a lot towards the middle of this. Some of these are just one and two offs, and it drives me crazy. So I'm not really sure if there is such a need to have so much confetti in this as what they have. But I'm going with whatever they have is what I'm doing. But I just don't know if all this confetti is actually necessary. I just don't think it really is. But what do I know? Obviously not a lot, because I don't think I would have done this much confetti. I'm not blinging this one up at all because I don't even know how I would do that on this one. I want to do it exactly how it is charted, just to make it easier to. All right, so the next one is from Carrie. Carrie says she can't wait for my daily Advent videos, and she loved what I did last year. Congrats on getting the White Christmas. It sounds beautiful. And thanks, Carrie. Yeah, last year I had started my channel in March, and so I wasn't really going full strength like I am now. And I decided at Christmas I'm going to do a daily video, and I'm going to do it from December 1st until Christmas. And I did, and I had a lot of fun, but it was kind of stressful because I was still kind of slow too at videoing, so that took a long time just to get everything straightened out. And then on top of that, I was kind of slow at diamond painting, a little nervous doing videos, and, you know, trying to get the angle correct, and, you know, not knowing what to say, and not having very many followers. And so I thought, you know, I don't know if they're even going to like this. And I got some really good feedback. So I thought I had a good time last year, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself doing it too. And then I thought about it this year, and I thought, you know, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to use some of those lessons that I learned last year. One thing is I'm going to have a smaller canvas, and I'm going to just do something similar to a blog, I guess, to where I will have a video every day. I will diamond paint one section of my canvas, and then I do have a Advent calendar that I ordered, and I don't know what's in it. It's from Add More Zest, and I'm not going to open it until each day. And it's in brown bags. You can feel it, but you know, you can't see what's in there. So I haven't even opened the box. So again, I trust Rebecca's team that everything is going to be in there, what I ordered, and I will open it every day with you guys. So that's one thing that I'm going to do. I was going to start early on my Advent, because doing a video a day, it can get rough. But I don't want to get too much ahead of schedule, especially if I decide to do a blog. It wouldn't make any sense if I did it really early, because everything has already happened, and it would be really hard to kind of explain and figure out, you know, where am I, what am I talking about, kind of thing. So decided that I will do December the 1st early. Each day I will do it, like for the end of November, I'll probably go ahead and do day 1 and day 2 and get those out, and then just be a couple of days ahead of schedule. That's kind of my thought process right now. And I don't know how it's going to look with other videos that I normally do in December. I will have my WIP and chats. I will still have this one, I think, that I will go ahead and continue to do this one. So I'll have 2 videos out on Saturdays. And then my weekly Tuesday WIP and chats, I think what I'm going to do for that is just go ahead and I'll just do my daily section on my Advent canvas, and then I'll just switch over and I will do another canvas. I don't know what that canvas is going to be. I don't know if it will be holiday related. I don't know. It might be White Christmas. I don't know. I'll do a vote. I haven't done a poll. Maybe I'll do a poll and see if you guys would like me to work on White Christmas in December. And I may just put all of my other ones aside, although I do have some other winter ones that I could do. So I can do some smaller ones and maybe get those knocked out and then put White Christmas up until July. I just don't know. So let me know what your thoughts are, and then I can take whatever the highest is and see what the highest voting and see what you guys think. I can do that underneath my communication tab, and you can also put it underneath the comments here, and then I will take a tally and I will see what you guys want me to do. And then what I don't finish in December and January, if I decided to do that one, then I would put it up, put it back in the box and just put it up until July and then get it finished then. So let me know. I'm excited about that. Just thought about it now that I'm on here with you guys. So the next one, okay, that takes care of, let me go back. That takes care of last week's diamond painting conversion. And now I have the WIP and chat from Tuesday. And some of these I have not responded to that I've written. I'm going to work on those too. Jess Diamond Paint says, wonderful news about Paige's job. She hopes that Paige loves it. And thanks so much, Jess. My youngest daughter, I mentioned this on Tuesday, she has gotten a job and we are really excited for her. It's not for her to live on or anything like that. It's not for her to really do anything with it, but she's autistic. She has some learning disabilities, and we were just concerned that nobody would want to hire her because she is really immature. She's smart. She just, with book sense, she is not, but she communicates really well. She's a super good kid, very chill. She doesn't have any behavior issues. Everyone that's ever met her really does like her. And I'm not just saying that because, she's mine, but the fact that that's what everyone says. So she was offered a job. We weren't even really looking for her. And she was offered a job at a really nice restaurant, and she had her first day on Tuesday. She has work again today, so she's working 2 days a week. We can choose when she's going to work 2 days a week. It's 3 hours, and 3 hours was plenty for her. The owner said that she did a great job. She was extremely pleased, and the owner takes really good care of anybody that's special needs that works for her. And so I am really blessed with that because I wasn't exactly sure what was going to happen job-wise with her, but she really liked it, and it gives her just a little bit of spending money so she doesn't have to ask me whenever she wants something. She does get allowance money for doing things around the house, and even though I spend more than what she really earns, I just tell her, yeah, that's your allowance money. I don't even know. I don't even have a specific amount that I give her for allowance, but she has a bank account that she was saving. I didn't realize how much money she had in her bedroom. So one day I said something to her, and she's like, oh, I have money. And she pulled out this jar, and I'm like, oh dear. So I started looking through this jar, and I'm like, wow, where did all this come from? And she just said that she'd been saving it when people give her money for Christmas and her birthday. You know, she never spends it or anything. So we set her up an account, and she was excited about that. So once we did that, and then she got this job, I told her that her money will be going directly into her bank account. So she, I was explaining to her, how that worked and what her bank account looks like. Now she has extra money if she wants to buy something. So she was really happy. So she is doing very well. I am really excited for her. And I think that she's going to continue to enjoy it. Let's see. Now I am able to open some more here. Let's see. Go back to the top. I've been doing 9. It's hard to do that and talk, but I think I really wish I could make this larger. Okay, I'm going to, I already have this cut. I just need to peel it back. Actually, I have it done by 4s. And my nails are so bad. I should get my tweezers. I already have this. Let me get my cutter. I thought I already had all of this ready to go. The cutter here. I have it by 4. I'm going to go ahead and open this 3. And once I finish this row, I can start up at the top again. So I'm really excited for that. I have ordered, let's see, I have ordered some clips that I'm going to use for this. Let's see, if I do 9 here, and I'll have 4 left. That's fine. I will not get all this done while we are on, but I will get this done today. So I'm just going to keep this down here unless it bugs me, and then I'll have to move it. Let me see what you guys can see. You may not even be able to see this section. Yeah, you can see that section pretty good. And we still have plenty of time to continue talking, so that's even better. But she is really excited. It's something that she can do, which is even better, because I wasn't sure how that was going to look either. Let's see. I really would have liked to have made this bigger. I need to get my other ones because this is I have 2 sets here of drills. And there's a spinning on them. Okay, so here's this one. I'm just gonna put that on top of there. Okay. So now I need to get number 150, which is here. That is the only downside, is that I do have this smaller. I could flip this over and enlarge it, but I will do that later. I think I'll be okay while we're on here. But I'm gonna have to start counting because I don't have any drills laid on here. That's the only bad thing about starting a new section when I'm on camera here. So 4 and 6, okay. Is that 6? Let me make sure. It is 6, okay. I do have this kind of small. So now I've got 8. That can't be right. 8, 4, 6 here and 8. Okay. I should be able to get this section done. I'll get this section done today, and then I'll have 6 more to do on this row, this column actually, and then I'll start on the next 3. So I am moving along, and it's going to be so much easier when I do get these clips, because I'm going to clip back the sections as I get them finished. Just roll them over, roll them up, and that way I don't have all of this excess canvas that I'm trying to work with. I'm gonna have to do something about this because this is not working for me very well. Okay, there's that one. And if you hear somebody moaning, it sounds like an old lady. It's not me, it's my dog. She moans when she's getting ready to sleep. She's stretching out. I guess it's just hard work for her to stretch out. Either that or she's probably not in the mood to listen to me talk, and I am disturbing her beauty sleep. All right, I'm going to fix this really quick because there we go. I'm just seeing too much of this, and it is driving me crazy. I'm seeing too many squares. Let me flip the other way. Let's see if this is going to help any. Not really. All right, that's going to be a little better than it was. No, it's not either. All right, I will get this in just a second. Let me figure out the best way to do this for me on here. Usually I do 6, and so I can see 6 better. I may just do 6. That's probably going to be the easiest. Because when I'm doing 9, where I was before was okay, but I'm seeing too much. I'm afraid I'm going to get this messed up. All right, let's just go with 6. I can see why now I did 6 instead of 9, but 9 was easy. I just feel like it's going to be too hard. Okay, so now I might still do 9. We'll see. Okay, I'm at 155. I'm very indecisive today. Sorry about that, guys. Get these back in here. I don't know why I pour so many drills, and I only need like 2 or 3. But I'm so used to pouring drills out when I'm doing other canvases, and so I don't even think about it when I go to do this one. Oh, 158, that's good. That's going to take a little bit of time. I have to keep changing colors so much. All right, so the next one, Deborah Call. This was funny when I read this one. I read all of these and I respond, and then I go back and discuss them on here. But Deborah says she was so thrilled to hear about Paige and her new job. Sounds like a great thing for her. She cried out, "Oh no," when she heard me say that I had to work on Black Friday. She's been really looking forward to Diamond Art Club's Black Friday sale. She felt bad when she heard my news. and she really enjoyed my WIP and chat, and she says, hope I have a great week. And I will have to work some, but I'm working from home. So I won't be working that much. It is with my part-time school, so I will be okay. But I am going to be ready. Last year, I was shocked at how many diamond paintings that Diamond Art Club came out with. So I am really excited to see what they're going to do this year. And if you haven't been around for Black Friday, Diamond Art Club came out with, I think it was like 100 last year. And there were so many, of course, you know, to choose from. I just wasn't sure. I did buy, I think 3 maybe. They did have some really good sales too. They had discounts on with it. So if you're thinking about using your reward points, I think you can, but you can't use the reward points and the sales at the same time. And I realized last year really quick that it was more beneficial to use the sales and to hang on to my points. So I did that. And then later on, I decided that there were a couple more that I wanted, and I used my points, and I got those for the points. But it is a big thing. And it's not just Diamond Art Club. There's, you know, other ones were doing it as well, but Diamond Art Club, I think, had the most. But there's something I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to look at Diamond Art Club. Not that I need any more, but there's something that I'm not going to buy something just because it's Black Friday sale. But if there's something that I really like and you don't know anymore if it is limited or not. But even if it's limited, I can find something else that's comparable to it. So it's not like I am going to be going crazy or anything like that, because I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't want to. But I'm really curious to see what's going to come out. Definitely interested. And I know that last year they came out at like midnight. It was midnight my time, I think is what it was. And I did not stay up until midnight to be able to get what I wanted. I'm like, I don't want it that bad. I'm not staying up. I know that a lot of people did, but I'm not going to do that. And you know, if I'm up, great. Then I might look, but I'm not going to make it a point of getting up for that. And I might be awake because my daughter will be here, and I don't know. I'm not sure exactly when she's leaving. So if she's here and I'm awake and we're just sitting around talking or, you know, whatever, then I might go ahead and look. But I'm not going to be one of those that sets my alarm and rushes. There's not anything that I have to have that I just have to stay up for. Of course, I may change my mind because, you know, nothing's come out yet. So I may end up changing my tune and saying, oh, well, I've got to stay up. But I just don't think that there's any kit that I would absolutely have to stay up. And if I'm up, you know, that's great. Sometimes I am. I could stay up. I like to stay up late. My husband doesn't. But he doesn't like to go to sleep if I don't. So it's like, okay, we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. And there hasn't been any hints or anything that I have seen yet. That should start coming out pretty soon, though, I would think. Probably sometime during the Thanksgiving week, they will start having sneak peeks. And I do not do sneak peeks for Diamond Art Club. I would love to, but I don't do sneak peeks for Diamond Art Club. They haven't asked me, and they have to find you and ask you, is my understanding. I doubt very seriously that they would ever ask me. But you know, you never know. That would be an honor if they did. But I don't know. We'll have to see what I end up doing for Black Friday. But let me know what your guys' plans are. Do you plan on staying up? And next year, I am putting myself on a budget. I'm going to stick to the budget of what I'm going to spend on diamond paintings. And so this year I just really haven't. And I should have, I really should have, and I didn't. But next year I will. And so I'll have to remember on Black Friday, don't spend all your money, because on Black Friday you are going to want to buy something. Let's see. Kind of all over on this one section, but I don't have to count, so that's good. And let's go down this way over here. Usually I don't have this number of color or this number of drills. This has been nice that I'm able to follow this pattern and not have to change drills out so much and not have to count. I'm all for confetti, but some of this is kind of ridiculous. Okay, so let me start on this one, and I can fill this in, and I can start on another comment. Okay. And I have to log in again. I've gotten a lot of comments on other videos for the week, but I'm only going through the WIP and chat ones. Let's see. The next one is from Crafty Kristyn. And she says she's always cold as well, and she does have a thyroid issue, and they're blanket people as well, and she always looks like a bundled up hobo at home. And that's definitely me. I have a blanket, I think, in every room of our house for the most part. And I love blankets, though. I don't have a problem with having blankets all over my house. I even have one in my craft room. I have one at my office. We have nice offices. They're very small, but they're functional. And I have a blanket in my office. I brought a little heater. And so I just cover up in my office, and my students come in, they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "You obviously have not been in my office very much, because if you had, then you would know that I always have my blanket." Which is kind of funny, but and I'm always getting throws for different gifts and things. My family knows I love throws, and so that's one way they can easily buy me something and they know that's going to get used. Let's see. Guess we're definitely on a blue section here. I like the blue ones more than, I'd rather do blue actually than to go through and do all these browns that are in here. But there's a lot of blues and greens, and I am good with that. But the browns, sometimes the browns are hard to tell on the different colors, because a lot of them look very similar. And especially when you're looking at it through the iPad or my tablet, the colors tend to look the same. It's got all of that. Let's see, that done. That's done. That's done. And that one. All right. Let me go to another one here. Denise Hudson says, so happy for your daughter. That's wonderful. Thanks for the chat. Take care. And thanks so much, Denise. I really do appreciate it. And Paige, thanks everyone for their comments as well. Sherry Sterner 5276 says, she's so happy for my daughter and her new job. She enjoys my WIPs and she looks forward to hearing them every week. She diamond paints while I talk. And she says diamond painting is so relaxing. And yes, I totally agree. And that's why I started diamond painting, is that I needed something to relax me in the evenings. And I thought, you know, I could color, which I love to color, but thought that I really don't want to do that because I don't feel like that is really productive for me when I just sit and color, unless I'm coloring in one of my, you know, Bible journals or something. And while I love coloring, I have to concentrate more on coloring and watching TV. Whereas with diamond painting, I don't really have to. I can watch TV, listen, I can still diamond paint. I don't have to concentrate as much. So I really like it. And I feel like it is just something that I was really blessed to have found, because I had never even heard of it. And then I heard a friend of mine had posted something on Facebook, and she said that she was looking for another diamond painting. I'm like, diamond painting? What is diamond painting? And so that's when it all started. I ordered one from Amazon, and I thought, well, this is okay. And then I ordered another one. I enjoyed it. Didn't take me very long. And then I saw an ad for Diamond Art Club, and I thought, well, this looks a lot nicer than what I've been doing. And then that's when I started going down the rabbit hole of Diamond Art Club. I've got a little bit of plastic still there. There, I should not be using my fingernails, but my fingernails look so bad. I've been doing some yard work and different things around the house, and I thought there's not any point right now in me doing my nails until I am able to get everything else done, because I'm going to mess them up anyway. So I didn't, but now I'm kind of regretting it because they do look so bad, especially on film. But unfortunately, it is what it is right now. Let's see. And Jamie also says, great news about Paige's job. Tell her congrats. And Christy Bigelow says, woohoo, Paige. Congrats on a new job. Thanks for the whip and chat. And thanks so much, Christy and Jamie. And then Stephanie Lee 6922 says, thank you for joining me while I diamond paint. Your voice is so calming. It's been a really rough week or month for me. She's out of work due to knee surgery. Her mom is in the hospital for congestive heart failure, and her daughter totaled her car yesterday. But her daughter's okay, so thank goodness for that. Just a lot of stress. Thank you for sharing yourself and life with us. And Stephanie, definitely take care of you. I heard that knee surgery is really painful. I've had some friends that actually had knee replacements, and they said that while that was really bad, and of course I don't know what surgery you had, but they said that while knee replacement is really bad, it wasn't nearly as bad as when they had just knee surgery. So take time for yourself, and I'm sorry to hear about your mom. That is a lot to go through in 1 week. I mean, I'm really glad your daughter is okay. Car wrecks are so scary to me. I hate getting out in the car sometimes because people are just crazy. And especially this time of year, they don't pay attention. And I usually have my daughter in the car when I'm driving, and that scares me even more. But yeah, take care of yourself, and if you can, try to spend some time for you, because it sounds like you're going to need that as well to heal with your knee. And let's see, and hopefully diamond painting can help you with your stress. And Deborah Allender says, the last time I mentioned Mrs. Beasley reminded her of her sister. She was 100% a girly girl and carried dolls around from the time that Deborah was big enough to do so. Her sister was a tomboy. We had 2 brothers between us. She had one and only one doll, a Mrs. Beasley, that talked a lot. And she discovered in her old bedroom closet one day, looking for something else. She said, after all these years, it looks really good. Unlike her dolls, it was never well loved. It's interesting being sisters, how opposite we are. She likes the diamond painting I'm working on, and she says the witch is adorable, and thanks for the WIP and tap. And I just love Mrs. Beasley. I don't know what happened to mine, you know, who knows. But my dad got me Mrs. Beasley one year for Christmas. And I was just looking through my cover minders, and I thought, which cover minder do I want to use today or whatever I was working on? And so I saw Mrs. Beasley, and I immediately thought of my dad. Of course, kind of teared up a little bit, but I got that one out, and I thought, this is for you, Dad. I'm going to have Mrs. Beasley sit here, and I can look at her while I'm diamond painting. And so that's exactly what I did. And I just haven't put her up yet. She has been hanging around in my craft room, waiting to be used again. And if you don't know who Mrs. Beasley is, you're probably very young too. I won't say very young, but you're younger than me. My daughter, actually, when I got it out, Paige looked at it, and Paige is 22, and she's like, that's Mrs. Beasley. Why do you have Mrs. Beasley? And so before I could even answer her question, I had a question. How do you know about Mrs. Beasley? And so, because that was Family Affair, and that was in like the 70s. And so she said that she saw it streaming one day, and so she started watching it. And she said, I just love Family Affair, and I, you know, just love Mrs. Beasley. So I thought, yeah, now pretty soon we're going to have to go and hunt down a Mrs. Beasley, because she's probably going to start asking for Mrs. Beasley. And I bet if I found something on eBay, I bet that would be a pretty mint, because they don't make Mrs. Beasleys anymore, as far as I know. If they do make Mrs. Beasleys, and you know they do, let me know, because I would get one just for me, just for nostalgia. But yeah, she was funny when she saw that I had Mrs. Beasley. And Paige likes to diamond paint, and I'm like, that's my Mrs. Beasley. So I may have to end up buying another one. And I think I got that from Mad for Minders. Yes, and as you can hear my dog, she is not happy with me because I am disturbing her nap time. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'd hate to disturb your nap. Let's see. It goes in 5, goes right here. Am I in the right place? No, I'm not. No wonder. I've been really good about not putting these in the wrong place. But talking and doing this is not as easy as you guys would think. Or for me anyway. Maybe it's easy for everybody else, but for me, it's not so easy. Me trying to talk and trying to lay these drills down. I'm getting better. It's not taking me forever like it was, but getting a little better. So I'm so glad you found her, Deborah. That is really cool. And then Deborah says, she says, me again. Congratulations to Paige. This is so awesome. I'm happy for both of you. Being a mom, not of special needs, just a mom, she feels somewhat understanding where I'm coming from. And she says that Paige will gain a sense of independence. I will feel better about the future. And she thinks that Paige will do great. And she believes in the environment that I've described. And she says, yay. And thanks so much, Deborah. I always like to hear from you and from everybody. It's always fun to read comments. I have gotten a little behind on some comments this past week. I am working on getting those caught up. There was quite a few from our event that I need to get caught up on. But Yeah, it is hard being a parent no matter what. You're going to worry about them. I mean, I worry about my daughter. She's 25, my oldest. She works in a hospital, and I worry about her walking out into the parking lot, you know, kind of thing, and just worry about her overall. And with her not being here, that makes it even harder. But luckily, she checks in. It's all good. And she is doing great. So it doesn't matter how old that your kiddo is and if they're special needs or not. I think as a mom, you're always going to worry. Or at least I am. My mom always worried about me. Even when I had kids, she worried about me. And I thought, that's really silly that she worries so much, and didn't realize it until I had my own kids. And I'm like, yeah, this makes perfect sense. I totally get why my mom was that way. So totally get it. And even like with Paige, it's even harder, but it's just as hard with Madison. So I can't say it's harder, you know, for one and not the other. And even when they were going to a concert, I'm like, just call me whenever you get home. And she was like, Mom, it's going to be really late. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I want to make sure that you are home okay. You don't have to call me. Just text me. And I did not sleep well until I knew that she was in her car and that they were close to their apartment. So, yeah, I think that I'll always worry about her, both of them. I can't imagine having more than 2 kids, because then I think I'd be a nervous wreck all the time, worrying so much about both of them. Okay, let's see, 317. So that's all of the ones I have for the WIP and chats. And like I said, I do have several from others, but I did not comment on those, especially like with my unboxing on my unicorn that I did. That was my White Christmas. And I also had another unboxing on my Randall Spangler, so I don't do those comments. And then several with my Sparkle Addiction. I have posted underneath the communication tab that I'm going to be doing an event in February, and I'm doing that one. I'm not going to have a host. I'm not going to be a co-host. I'm just going to be hosting it myself for this one, because it's going to be a very laid back event, and it is on the Paint Gems. And I also have Paint Gem as a sponsor, which I was really excited about that they agreed to sponsor. This one goes here and here. Yes, right there. They've agreed to be a sponsor, and so I was excited about that. And I'm going to be putting more information out there on Instagram also, but I wanted you guys to see it first. Thought that would be fun and appropriate for you guys to see it first. There's not going to be that many. The only restrictions that's really going to be is that, well, it has to be a paint gem. But if you want to work on multiple paint gem kits, you can. I'm only requiring that you complete 2, and not 2 sets, just, 2 canvases. So that shouldn't be that difficult to do in 1 month. And that is just for the grand prize. And I don't know if I'm going to have grand prizes for... That should not go there. Okay, that's where I messed up. I am not sure about weekly prizes yet. It's still really early, because it's not until February, but I wanted everyone to know in case there's something that maybe you wanted for Christmas and you weren't sure what to ask for. And I thought that would be really cool if I went ahead and told you. So if you wanted to get a Paint Gem mini set or two, and they're having a sale right now too. So that would be something, to think about. I also have a code for Paint Gem if you would like to save on an order. I think you can only use it one time. I don't think that's good for all the time. You can try it, but I think you can only use it once. But it will save you a little bit of money, and if you use that code, I might earn a small commission, and if I do, it goes right back into my channel. And I do that with everything. I also have a membership if you're interested. If you'd like to help contribute with the channel, get to know me a little bit better. I've got that set up, and it's a month to month. It's almost the same as how Patreon works, but it is through YouTube instead of Patreon. And I think that I'm going to go ahead and go for Patreon instead. I'm not 100% sure yet, but everything will transfer over. So I'm going to make that decision next week. But if you would like to learn more about me, more about behind the scenes kind of thing, that's where I'm going to be putting that information. So that's out there. If you're interested in Sparkle Addiction, then that information is there as well. It is still very early. You can definitely join. We have some great sponsors. Really nice sponsors on that one. So I do appreciate that as well. If you would like to sponsor for Paint Gem, then please reach out to me. And it is just for a month. So it's just going to be for February. And I'm not going to set up a separate Facebook for Paint Gem. I'm just going to do that on my channel. So if you'd like to join on my channel, we're almost up to 100 members on my channel. So or my group, Facebook group. So I'm really excited about that. That's a lot of fun. And there's been quite a bit of activity lately in there. You're more than welcome to post what you're working on. You can post what you're planning on buying, anything like that. I am all for it. This goes. Did I just put that one there? Yes, I did. If I don't mark it off immediately, then I forget where I am, which is not a good thing. Not for me anyway. All right, so I've gotten quite a bit done today. I got all of the other side done. I have done 333 stitches or drills today. I am at 26.39%, so I'm well over what I wanted for the year, and I'll definitely keep going. Again, I do have a long way to go on this one, but we are at the hour mark, a little bit over. I knew we were getting close. And by the time I edit this, it'll probably be close to an hour. So I'm going to let you go for today. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button. I would love for you to be a subscriber to our family and friends if you're not already. And until next time, happy diamond painting.